are you gonna talk first, Lito, or am I gonna go?
I was gonna talk.
All right, go ahead.
I know you used to hosting.
I go ahead.
What's up, everybody?
That's fucking crazy.
Took away. Yes, but this gets your money's worth now.
Presented by the Scott Vicknair Injury Law Firm. Make sure you give a call 504-500-1111. They always fight for the win. Make sure you smash the like button. So Lito, Chris is having some camera troubles. I was actually not supposed to be on this live. So when Chris does come on, I'm gonna pause. When Chris enters the show, I'm going to get off the show. But Lito, I guess this is your thing, so go ahead. I'll
man.
talk
Listen,
a little bit.
So let's give credit what credit is due. Shamit brought up a subject on Twitter today about Brandon Ingram not being at how do I want to say this? He was not at the camp that he allegedly put together. Along with CJ and some other members of the team. Brandon and Daniel Tice were the only two not at the camp. Zion did pull up, had to go to China, made his way to the camp, and he dipped out. But I just wanted to talk about, I guess, that situation. I just wanted to talk about the situation in general and like, with everything going on with BI, is that a big deal? Is it a deal at all? Is it anything to be concerned about? Like, how do you move into this season with that?
Well, Lito, what's interesting to me, right, is Will Guillory, who's very well respected. His stories or what he's told and what he tweets out is usually on point. He tweeted out that everybody besides Daniel Tice was going to be there. So when you find out today from Shamit that he doesn't show up, it's kind of like, well, wait, why wasn't he there? Like it leads to questions, which I think is fair for the fan base because look, I know Zion only went for 2 days and left to go to China, but that he has obligations with the Jordan brand. So when you think everyone's going to be there, and then Brandon Ingram, Lito, who is in trade rumors, he's not getting his max dollars, doesn't show up. Isn't that something to talk about? Shouldn't you be a little bit worried?
My thing is this. Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, Justin. And my thing is this: if you are the person who allegedly organized the camp and you don't show up to the camp, that's kind of crazy, dog. That's almost like organizing a podcast and not coming on the podcast because
yeah.
Shout out to Chris, man.
Yeah,
but it's like it. I mean, you haven't heard. Beata is a guy who doesn't talk to the media. He doesn't really express himself through.
He's private. He's a very private person. He's private.
I feel that, and I think that it is a bigger. The situation to me would lend itself more than just being private in the matter because maybe he's expressed this to his teammates.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe his teammates have an understanding of the situation. But like Justin, if you be like, hey, Lito, we going hoop Saturday 9:30, you know what I'm saying? And I pull up and like you ain't at the gym, and I like, hey Justin, what's happening? And you be like, yeah, man, I changed my mind.
But I decided not to tell you only after you showed up, right? I think it's fair to say that, Lito. Like, do you think players? Let me ask you this. So obviously the fan base is questioning it, and I don't, whatever. You can have your opinion. I don't really necessarily care about it because there's no right or wrong answer. As a player, though, Lito, would you be upset if you was like, "Hey, I'll show up. I'll be there," and then doesn't show up? Like, how would that affect you as a player?
I think so
because it was voluntary, right? You have those voluntary OTAs in NFL and voluntary, right?
It's voluntary, yeah.
I'm just trying to go into a player's mind. Like, would you be up? Like, I'm trying to think if I would be upset or not.
I don't think I would be upset if I was a player.
I don't
I
think I
think
would either. I mean, I'd
yeah.
be like I just kind of brush it off, to be honest with you.
I think the fans have more of a emotional reaction to this, which is why I wanted to do
Of
the show,
course.
because I wanted to see, if anybody thought it was important and why or why not.
Yeah.
Personally, the only reason why it's even like remotely funny to me is just because I'm gonna keep saying allegedly. If you know, you know. But allegedly, he organized this.
Him and a couple others, yeah.
Him and a couple others. He had help in organizing this.
So then why wouldn't you show up? I don't know. It's like what, but once again, though, I don't think you can take these things too seriously. But if someone's going to say they're going to show up and they don't show up, and they're probably pissed off about their contract negotiation, they're probably pissed off about all the trade rumors. Is that something like? Do you think, Lito, there's like a disconnect with Willie Green and maybe the front office right now with Brandon Ingram? Like, do you
You
think
know
there's
what? You podding right now.
Do you think there's a little like, maybe some animosity towards each other?
Why would there be animosity, Justin? You podding right now, but why would there be? Go ahead.
Okay, let's go back to me and you were talking today about the OKC series, right? And it kind of brought back the memory of like when Willie Green was like, no, he needs to figure it out. Like, I can't help. Like, so you talk about that. You think about the Lakers game. He goes to the bench, he mopes and complains, forgets media, walks right out the building. Okay, well, that's another one. Now, you haven't really heard from him this offseason, and now he doesn't show up to a voluntary workout.
That allegedly he and others set up.
You don't think there's a little disconnect there? And Willie Green was out there. I mean, all of them were out there.
I didn't know Willie Green was out there.
I mean, he was out there, but he wasn't like participating, but he was out there.
Yeah. I'm saying
like, he wasn't like running any like. No, he was just like, yeah, he was out there.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah,
I think that's a little different for me. Like a head coach coming to a involuntary workout in another state that the player set up.
You think it should be only players only? Well, a lot of PD guys went out there too.
Okay, I just didn't assume that Willie would be there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know if I was actually like in like. I'm sure he was around though.
Okay, why would you go though? If you I'm just saying, if you're the coach and let's say Chaz and Five set up workouts and I say, we all going, we the players go.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You think he was invited? I'm just podding. I'm asking questions. I don't know.
Yeah, I think the guys like Willie. Willie's liked. I don't whether we disagree with this X's and O's. Like Willie's liked, respected.
So okay, but we having a conversation. We having a conversation about a guy who potentially does not like him, or maybe there's a strain in a relationship.
I don't. It's just it's weird. It's weird.
Justin, I got the files. Give me 1 second. I got the files.
What were they doing on Brandon to make it difficult for him in this night?
They have their hands on him, and they're being physical, and he's got to continue to play through it.
The physicality of Dort's going to bring, that's not going to change throughout the whole series. What do you got to do to kind of free BI up and make it a little easier on him?
It's not about what we need to do to free BI up. This is going to be playoff basketball. He's got to continue to play through it, have some gamesmanship out there, got to go to the free throw line a bit more. This is just what it's going to be. We're physical with them. They're physical with us. And that's a part of the game. That's a part of playoff basketball. Continue to play with force, play with speed, and get quality looks, take care of the ball.
You guys did a pretty decent job.
As a player, Lito, would you be upset?
In that moment, yeah. In that moment, I would be.
Because I kind of see... I see what he's trying to say, like, but at the same time, as a player, you want your coach to have your back there. So, like, I thought that was like, what did you think of that quote again?
I
Just
ain't
like
like
looking
it. I ain't
back
gonna lie. I ain't like it. If
if I was a player, I wouldn't like that either.
I would like that. I wouldn't. It's funny because you talked about strain in a relationship, and to me, if there was any, the past 2 weeks of that situation, like you said,
Yeah.
the Lakers, the playing game, how that was
Dude, that's what
handled.
I'm saying, dude. That like the Lakers playing game was like 4 days before this, 4 or 5 days before this.
Right.
So you know he was already kind of pissed off then. He bounces back, has a good game against the Kings, go to the playoffs. Game 1 struggles. Willie Green then says that.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
And to his credit, comes back from injury sooner,
Credit. You give him credit.
sooner rather than later.
I mean, I think you got. I'm shooting Brandon Bell on that.
That's what that like looking back at it. Look, I was pretty pissed off with Brandon in the playoff series, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm over it, but I feel like setting the tone game 1, even though they blew that game. They should have won that game. Like I wonder if Willie was like, man, if you would have had Brandon's back there, maybe, just maybe you win 1 or 2 games. Just maybe you make it a series. Maybe Brandon does bounce back. But looking back at it, that would probably piss me off as a player.
I'm going to shoot Willie Bell here.
Okay.
Willie doesn't run plays for anybody.
Yeah, but the question was to get him open, not necessarily run a set. You don't have to run a set to get somebody open. There's a pin down, flare screen.
Yeah, but like if we went 82 games and I ain't do that for you. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'm gonna shoot Brandon Bell because the circumstances are different. Zion is out. Like you need me to find my game at that juncture.
Yep.
I think that probably, if there is a strain, I don't know. We could totally just be podding right now, and there could be nothing there.
Just podding.
But we could just be pod. I mean, that's what we do. We the best podcasters in the world, right? But if you look at Bi's Instagram story,
what was the Instagram story again? What did he say? Like you're not one. Like what was it again?
It was a motivational quote
it.
about your value, basically.
Okay.
This is also facts, Justin. This is facts. Shout out to Cole. This is facts.
I mean, yeah, there's okay.
We supposed to meet people where they at, right? You know what it was. I think the thing about that was telling to us BI's answer in a postseason presser about needing a point guard. I think that was a slight to a certain guy because he said we basically win off talent.
I don't know. Like looking back at it though, like if you were branding him right now, Lito, like right now in this moment, you're branding him. Like, would you be happy at all? Like about just in anything in general?
Nah, I mean the man goal
he wants his max money.
The goal is to get paid. He said that. He told us that. We were sitting in the press
opening.
Yeah, he told us that at media day. He said the goal. I'm trying to get paid. Legit, verbatim. That was his words.
And look, like two brands, like he did sacrifice like field goal attempts, points per game, so on and so forth, and basically a contract year kind of thing. But I don't know, man. He's definitely frustrated. I don't blame him for being frustrated. I think a lot of people are frustrated. I think the front office is frustrated. I think Brandon's frustrated. It's just, and now the news comes out and he doesn't show up.
Yo, you know it's crazy. What? All right, let me ask you this: we podding. What's the front office's frustration with Brandon? Why would they be frustrated?
The front office?
Yeah, like you said, the front office is frustrated.
Well, they're definitely. Well, do you think they're frustrated at him, or they're frustrated with just the situation in general?
When you say the situation, the
like
contract,
how they can't trade contract wise, trade. Like, do you think if Brandon, okay, maybe they're frustrated that Brandon is demanding max money, and that's that. Like,
You can't be frustrated at that.
but why? Why?
Because there's a play. Okay, I'm never pro organization with anything. You always gotta expect a player to think about their self and do the best thing for themselves, the benefit of them and their family. As the organization, you gonna do the same thing. You gonna do what's best for the organization. So it's kind of all right. Look at Ayuk in a 49er situation.
Yep.
Right. He technically didn't get $1 more than what they offered him the first time. But he drugged the shit on because he was trying to find a trade partner that would give him XYZ. He wanted to play. It seemed like he wanted to go to Commanders and play with Jaden Daniels. They didn't want to give up Terry and Jahan Dotson, who they ended up trading anyway. In this situation, Brandon doesn't have the leverage.
Right.
Ayuk had the leverage at that time. Ayuk had just came, I want to say, a top 5 wide receiver season. You know what I'm saying? So I think in Brandon's case, like, what does Brandon have to show for in the terms of this
Being
is
a
my
max player?
Right.
Like, okay, I'm actually interested in the chat too. Do y'all think Brandon Ingram is a max player? I think the overall answer would be no. Am
I
I
don't know how
crazy
you
for
say.
thinking that?
I don't really don't understand how you say yeah.
He's a good he's a good player.
That's not
Is
the
he
question.
is he worth $50 million a year? That's the question. It's not that and that's the frustrating part, Leo. It's like, once again, I like Brandon Ingram. He's very, very talented. It's not like I think he sucks. Like, he's a good fucking basketball player. Is he worth $50 million? I can't, no. It's just
But
no.
look,
The answer is
Justin,
no.
organizationally, you can't be mad at him for asking for that. You can
Why? Why can't why?
because
If
you
Zion
can-
came up, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If let's switch roles. If it was Zion Williamson, I want $50 million a year, would you give it to him? He's only played 100 and whatever games. Would you give it to him? Would you give it to him?
Justin, that's crazy. I need you to not repeat that.
Would you give him the max? The max?
I would. I would
Why?
pay Zion.
Why?
You paying Zion off potential.
Exactly.
What
I've
is
seen what Brandon Ingram has done with him and CJ McCollum and Zion, and it's
now listen, wait.
good.
Now you want me to be
They've
totally
never-
honest? You want me to be
Yeah.
honest? Zion is how old? 22, 23?
like 23, 24, I think.
Ask me this question about Zion at like 28, 29. And
I would say
I'm gonna say I don't think I'm paying him that.
no. It's a good point.
That's what I'm saying. Like the thing
It's a really
about
good point.
the thing about the conversation of like deserving, and I'm sure BI feels like he deserves XYZ. The thing about like deserving is like you only deserve what you have the ability to prove that that what your value is. If you coming off a season where you had career lows in, I don't know, let's say 3-point attempts. I don't even know if that's true. I think he shot 86 though, or he made 86.
Yeah.
I
Whatever it is.
I don't know in today's game how a lot of teams will have value in that when the back when you're a perimeter player and you just not shooting you're not shooting that shot.
Let me ask this. Can I ask you this then? Why won't he do it? I've seen him do it. I've seen him be successful at it. Literally, his first 2 years here, he was averaging 6.5 3-point attempts and shooting at like a 37. Someone look it up for me. It was like 37, 38%. It was good. And then it just started to go down. Why? I explain that, Lito. I can understand if he had bad back-to-back years, like, fuck this. But he was a respected, 3-point shooter. Go look at the stats.
Shout out to
Why
Chuck,
does it
man.
stop?
Shout out to Chuck. He's basically saying what you're saying in this. Like he had 25, 6 and 6 guy. Why does it look? I do agree around the league. Like listening to Tim McMahon and What's the other guy's name? Windhorse.
Brian Windhorse.
The way they flaming BI, like it sounds. I actually wish they would shut up because
Yeah,
bro, it sounds like it's making him even more impossible to trade if they wanted to trade him.
right. Like,
I feel like why won't he take the 3?
that's a good point, Maj. That's a good point. He did actually have a legit point guard in those 2 years.
I'm not giving him Maj my dog, but this is my thing. Me and you had this conversation before. I don't know if we had it on the pod, but fuck it. We here, we pod. Maj, Justin. The point is, if you tell me BI is I'm not listen, and this is the thing. I think BI is a good player. I'm not doubting his ability. My thing is this: if you were to tell me Anthony Edwards, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, I'm just naming wings.
Mm-hmm.
If you were to say, why don't you shoot threes? Right? And they were to say, because I don't have a point guard to help me find an easy 3, I would look at you crazy. What you mean? And the thing about that too is, me and Chris did a show about BI 3s. He was shooting them shits. He was shooting walk-ups.
Oh,
he was shooting walk-ups.
One dribble pull. Like, sorry.
You should not. No, you good. You should not, because you don't have a guard to create an easy shot for you. That should not be a reason why you can't find yourself a 3. You're one of the best basketball players in the world, right? You've been compared stylistically to Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying?
Fucking Kevin Durant.
I'm saying though, at the end of the day, bro, shooting a 3 is not like I don't know, like that's just crazy to me that another person has to create a shot, but you want $50 million? Like,
can I read some stats for you, Lito?
Sure.
All right. His first year in New Orleans, Brandon Ingram, 2019-2020. 6.2 3-point attempts, shot 39%. Next year, 6.1 3-point attempts, shot 38%. Also shot 87 to 85% from the free throw line. Averaged 23.8 per game back-to-back years. And then it went down to 4.1. I mean, literally, it went from 6.1 in 2021 to 4.1 in 2022. I'm guessing that's when he signed the contract, right? 2022, 2023.
Wait, what it went from, Justin?
It went from 6.1 in 2020, 2021, and then drastically went down to 4.1 in 2021, 2022.
Why?
You asking? I don't know. Why?
I'm saying, give me chat. Y'all answer that too.
It went down 2 full 3-point attempts. That's
Why?
insane.
Why?
It's an insane drop. And then it went down even further, 3.6 in 2022, 2023, and then 3.8 last year. Let me ask this, Lito. If Brandon shot 6 3-pointers a night and averaged, say, he was a 35% 3-point shooter, would this team be better? Yeah. If he put up 6 a night and shot at 35% clip, would this team be better or worse?
It would be better.
Why?
Because of the amount of 3-point threats on the perimeter. Like, you sometimes, Justin, you don't even have to make them. I just got to be scared at your ability to shoot them.
Because eventually, if you think about it, like, they're not going to just let Brandon just catch and shoot wide open threes. Like, they're going to eventually close out on him, which will lead to even a pump fake dribble drive for Brandon Ingram going to the rim. Even if he shoots that much, right? You still are going to have defenders either with long closeouts or rotating, which is beneficial for your entire team. Go ahead.
What is the change from that? What allows
are
you to
you like? Are you like?
deviate.
Do you have an answer? Like, are you like trying? Are you really
No,
trying to
I'm
get an
dead
answer
ass
out?
podding. I'm literally just trying to figure out
When
what
did
is
he sign
happening.
his contract? I'm serious. He signed his. Did he sign his contract in
I thought it was it after
2021,
the
2022?
Spurs? I mean, the Spurs, the Phoenix series wasn't
So
it
the
after
Phoenix,
that?
yeah, the Phoenix series was our second year, right? No, I'm gonna have to look at it.
Hold
Someone
on,
tell me in the chat.
I got the internet, Justin. Hold
Yeah, you got it too.
on.
I mean, it's a drastic drop, Lito. Eric Bledsoe was a point guard. Man, I forgot we had Eric Bledsoe. Wow. Do you think it's just a different style of play, the different play style, Lito? Gentry was running gun.
I'm not. Wait, when was running gun?
So Brandon came in for Gentry 2019, 2020. He averaged 6.2 3-point attempts. Then Stan Van Gundy was 2020, 2021. He averaged 6.1. And then since Willie Green got here, 4.1, 3.6, 3.8. That could be an answer. That could be an answer.
So you saying he don't
Think about it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Alvin Gentry, 6 point. Let's go through the stats again. Alvin Gentry, averaged 6.2 3-point attempts. Stan Van Gundy, averaged 6.1 3-point attempts. Willie Green, 4.1, 3.6, 3.8.
You sound like you saying he don't respect.
Back to our original question: is there a little discourse between?
Okay, but when did that start? When did the discourse start? Because you it don't seem like it's
No.
respect. It seemed like it's not
No,
respect.
Brandon and Willie like been close.
That's what I'm saying.
Didn't they? They went to the
They
NBA
went to the
finals
finals.
together?
Yeah.
It was him and Herb, right? What are you looking at? Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Him, Herb, and Brandon went to the finals.
Shout out to
These
Miles.
guys, what's up?
It was 2020, 2021 season. He signed a contract.
He signed the extension, right?
He signed an extension. He was, yeah.
So in a contract year, he is technically, Lito, in a contract year. He wants money, right?
Bro, yes.
He's going to have to shoot a lot of threes then, isn't he? Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you a question? One more?
Sure.
Because we
just
pod.
One more thing.
We pod.
We pod. Nah, we pod.
Now I'm up. Like I wasn't even supposed to be on the show. Now I'm like, all right.
I feel like you into the show now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think with Brandon, he comes out with this go one or two ways. He comes in the season moping, complaining, being a bad teammate, whatever it may be, just doing the Anthony Davis kind of shit. Or what if he comes into the season and was like, nah, I want to get my max money. I need to fucking ball out. I need to shoot threes. I need to change something. Do you think that could possibly be an option for Brandon Ingram coming into this year?
I don't know how it's not an option.
Because you want to get paid, right? You want to get paid.
You and I have talked about this. There's been people who said Brandon needs to come off the bench. If you're the Pelicans, not even Brandon, if you're the Pelicans, you need Brandon Ingram to be the best Brandon Ingram he can be.
Right.
You need him to be that.
Even for trade value, Lito. Like you need Brandon to be good. I think both sides need him to be good.
Yes, this is definitely a marriage at this point. It's gotta work. It's gotta work. Brandon has to be the best version of him, and the Pelicans gotta find a way in this instance to literally like showcase him. Or let's put it this way, to reintroduce him to the league.
I'm saying, well, look, Lito, it's been 29 minutes. Chris is here. I appreciate it.
Fuck Chris.
Make sure y'all, fuck that guy. Make sure you smash the like button.
Wait, he ain't on the show yet, Justin.
Well, we're about to do I was gonna say something pretty crazy. All right. Later, y'all smash. Smash.
You here? You are you here? You good?
No, I'm not. Hold on, let me see something real quick.
Sound like you underwater.
Substitution here.
There we go.
Okay. Chris, are you good?
Nah, it don't sound like he good.
Okay.
Yo.
There you go.
Man. It's this fucker's fault. Do we have like what is going on? Do we have advertisement with do we have a deal with Shure microphones? Are
Not
we
yet.
sure? Do we?
Not yet.
Bro, everyone's hooked up their mics besides you. I don't know how you're having trouble with that.
Do
with
we?
that mic.
No, it was working. I had it plugged up, and then all of a sudden it knocked out my camera.
Nothing.
And I'm sitting there for the past 20 minutes trying to figure. I'm not even logged in.
Well, we can hear you. I'm getting out of here. Okay, it's y'all's show. I'll talk
Justin,
to you
you
later.
did. Hold on, Justin. You just told me you was into the show, bro. Like you.
Yeah, I was into the show. Then Chris, it's Chris, you and Chris's show. Like y'all got
What
it.
the fuck you here now? what you gonna do?
All right, fuck it. Sorry, Lala's gonna be
Right,
pissed.
you're
Well,
here.
here's the thing: Lala's gonna be pissed off at us because the whole layout's messed up. But I mean, it is what it
We
is.
just gonna blame it on Chris. What's up, Chris?
What's up, bro?
Good to see you, man. Happy to. All right, we just okay. Okay. Chris, we talking about obviously, we talking about BI. We talked about a lot. What okay.
So
All right.
I
Go
was
ahead,
gonna say,
Justin.
Chris. So we've been obviously debating back. Like, is this a big deal that Brandon? Because we'll get to
That's
more
crazy.
questions, but is it?
It's crazy.
You think
Thanks,
it's a big
Lala.
deal that Brandon? You think a big deal that Brandon missed this so-called voluntary camp?
Do we know why he missed it? Or does it matter?
We don't know why. There's never gonna be
Do you think that matters?
Well, I mean, I would guess like if he had let's say he had a family emergency or something like that.
Appreciate you, Reed.
Interesting.
You want me to give? I mean, you want me to get a real answer? Like, yeah. I mean, but no matter what, it is either a very bad coincidence or a very poor decision
What you think it is though?
or bad look.
Which one is it? We podding. Chris, we podding. It don't matter.
I mean, I think that so we could be real, right? I've heard from a couple of different people that he set this up, right?
Allegedly.
So, allegedly. So
A
if
couple
he did,
others. Yep.
yeah. So if he did allegedly set this up and didn't show, but let's flip the coin. The other side is, do we know if he hit his teammates up was like, yo, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Hey, this came up last minute. Like, it's so much like gray area.
That's a really good point. That's a
You
good
know what
point.
I mean? Like, it's so much that we don't know to where it's even probably silly, even like talking about it. But from our perspective, with what we know and given all the shit surrounding BI, it's another one of them things that looks bad, right?
So we brought up in the show, Chris,
Yeah.
this discourse between maybe Willie Green and Brandon Ingram, right? Like, okay, let's recap it. Lakers game. He gets benched after coming back from injury early, so on and so forth. He gets benched and he's visibly upset, Chris. Didn't even do the media, left the stadium. That was that. Shut up, Sacramento, whatever. Okay. Game 1 of OKC. Lito just played the clip, which you missed. But do you remember when Willie Green said, like, no, he's got to figure it out. Like, this is playoff basketball. He's got to figure it out.
Look bad.
When me and Lito rewatched it, Lito, if you want to play it after I say this, but like we rewatched it, I'm like, we both agreed, like, if I was a player, I'd be pissed off with it. I'd be pissed off with the comments.
It looked
And
bad.
now you get swept, and then your name's in trade rumors. You're not getting max dollars. Would you be pretty pissed off too?
True, but that's not how you go about it. Like, look, but here's the thing, like with BI, and this is the difference between what you hear, what you know, and what's actually happening, right? It's three sides to it. But the thing is this: we know that Brandon, there have been a want for him to continue to take threes around, this particular year and in previous years. It's something that he's just hasn't done it as much. Bad look. Whether there's reason for it or not, it's bad look. What you mentioned about about him being on the bench and not looking happy in the middle of a playing game to advance in a game in which your team is coming back doesn't look good, right? Bad look. The way that everything happened in the series with Oklahoma City, bad look, bad optics, and even something like this from what has been given, and Zion, we've had these similar conversations about Zion. When you're someone that doesn't, we don't hear from you very often, you don't really say much. All people can do is speculate. And all they can do is go off of what it looks to be. And it looks like, until we know the truth, it looks like this is somebody that just so happens to be going through a contract situation in a contract year, wants to be paid, wants to have, wants to get close to max dollars, isn't going to get it. And maybe just woke up and was like, I know I'm playing this, but my birthday coming up, I'm out.
So we then pose the question, okay, if you go into the season, there's no contract extension, there's no trade, right, Chris? So in Brandon's perspective, like, you're in a contract year, so you got to put up some numbers. Like, you got to play well. You're the Pelicans front office coaching staff. Like, you need Brandon Ingram to play well in order for one trade value, right? Like, if you're still trying to trade him, you need to repair his value. So I'm thinking about it like, okay, he seems disgruntled, but would he come into the season all disgruntled and just kind of half-ass it, or will he just be like, nah, fuck this, I'm gonna try to play to my best of abilities?
I mean, he should. It's what would make the best financial and career sense. I mean, because I'm sitting here like, what does like logically speaking, if it's true that he put together, or he was integral in putting together these voluntary workouts, and everybody other than him and Daniel Tice showed up, what would he benefit at all from putting together a voluntary workout and not showing, unless something emergency related or something last minute, some real life conflict happened? What would even if he was pissed off, and said fuck that, how does that help? What does that do for him?
Nothing.
like what is that? This isn't like he was at training camp one day and just stopped showing. This ain't like Jamar Chase, who was showing up for training camp and then just didn't show out. This ain't like somebody holding out. This ain't like Alvin Kamara, like missing a week or missing a couple of days. We're not even talking about actual training camp. We're not talking about any of that. We're talking about voluntary. What does he gain from any perspective? In setting up or being part of a group that set up voluntary workouts and not showing up.
That's crazy, dog.
I'm serious. What is he
without context? Without context, it's crazy. Justin, the more I think about it, like, yeah, dog, yeah, it would have to be a situation of, like, it's not like, yo, I'm missing the voluntary workout that I allegedly helped set up, and then I'm just in New York chilling.
Do we know he's actually in New York? Are those like live photos, or are those just like photos that are coming out now? Like, do we know if that happened today or yesterday, or those could be, I'm saying, like, I don't know. Like, no one knows. Like, you don't know where the hell he is. Like,
look, I'm not saying BI is the most like self-aware individual that I've ever seen, like, necessarily, but I feel like something happened.
You feel like something happened? Wait, let me stop. Like personally, something happened, to Brandon, or more?
Either personally or something with the front office. The motherfucker had posted on it like again. We
so
playing
weird.
invest like we investigating right now, right? Just piecing shit together here. It's all speculation, right? You know, we plotting, but there's somebody again who does that. There you go, Justin. There's somebody that don't post anywhere, that don't post on Instagram. He ends up not going to the workouts. We don't hear from him, and then he randomly posted something about value and being somewhere where you're not being somewhere where you're not truthfully valued or wanted. You know, whether something personal or whether it was something with the front office of the team, but it feels like something would have had to happen because it don't make sense. It doesn't make any sense, to be real. I mean, I don't get what he would gain. I don't get what, like, the team ain't gonna be like, well, we definitely got to pay you now. we gotta. This is what we wanted to see.
You got us.
You know, this ain't like a Zion situation where like, yeah, I mean, what we first, like, Zion's been missing like a lot, right, over 6 years. You know what I mean?
Jesus, he's missed so much.
He's been missing like just in
everything.
His own world.
Just everything. I mean,
and I don't want that to fall on deaf ears either. I don't want people to think that Zion is like not culpable in any of this, because again, this is all Zion's fault.
You know what's crazy though is like Zion is just having the time of his life right now. Like he is legitimately having the time of his life. And then back here, it's, I don't know. It's been a lot. It's been a weird situation though.
A question mark.
So like, can you go into the season with Brandon Ingram? Like,
you have to, Justin. Like, you mechanically can't trade him.
So
like,
how?
What you mean?
No, I'm with you on it, but I'm just saying.
I mean, what you gonna do?
I'm saying it's going to be hard to coach him. I'm thinking of Willie Green. It's going to be hard to fucking coach him.
How?
This is what I'm saying. If he's coming in disgruntled, like, obviously he's going to try to score and stuff.
This is where Justin, you and I were having a front office / player conversation. This is where the front office fucked up. Right? You knew going into this offseason, you had no intentions on trading him. I mean, on paying him.
Mm-hmm.
You got to take a loss to trade him then. You got to take a loss. You got to add picks to the situation. You were supposed to.
What if the offers were so bad, Lito? What if they were so bad that you couldn't even accept them because no one wanted to pay him the max? What if they were just so bad?
Justin, you don't want him, right?
I'm just saying, Lito. What if it was just? What if the offers were just dog shit?
Okay, let me ask you this. So at the end of the season, when he leaves and you get nothing,
look, I'm just saying. What if they were just that bad? Like maybe like, look, if he can have good 4 months, we can trade him at the deadline, recoup some value. Maybe that's our best way out.
So you don't think,
or maybe say fuck it and he just goes off in a contract year. Like
But after he goes off in a contract year, are you gonna pay him?
Once again, that could be an option. Like that could definitely be an option. Of course, I mean, like, I'm still no, but like Leo, that's got to be the thought process, because I understand. Like they're just not going to give him up for a couple second rounders and whoever. Like they're just not going to do that.
Y'all looking at this the wrong way, okay? If this was a reality show, or not even a reality show, if this was a TV series, or if this was fucking wrestling, Dejounte Murray saves the day. Okay, what's missing in all this is that Dejounte is on side quest around the whole fucking city and state of Louisiana, like bringing everybody together. Okay, we talked about it yesterday. He got Herb at a nightclub after 7 o'clock in regular clothes. Okay, not Pelicans apparel. He got Lil Wayne in a Pelicans jersey. or holding a Pelicans jersey with a smile on his face.
Yeah, insane. Never seen.
You know what I'm saying? He
And where
got
the fuck did he
Zion.
find Wayne?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. He got Zion Williamson to show up to his press conference.
Yeah.
You know what
That's
I'm saying?
true. Damn.
Yeah.
He quote tweeted Josh Hart talking about all the fun he had. He posted Pelicans gear that I didn't even know was available 30 minutes after a fucking trade was set. What now it's coming back all full circle. He's gonna mend the relationship between Brandon and the front office until it's traded or someone's fired. Y'all missing all this. It's bigger than Nino Brown. Okay, I'm telling you, that's what this all is gonna point back to. Dejounte, you saw what he posted on his story today, showing love for the brother on his birthday. Come on,
Happy
man.
birthday, Brandon. Shout out, Brandon.
That's crazy.
That
That sounds like pandering, Justin.
DeJounte's had a hell of an offseason.
Yeah, this is the best introductory rollout to a team I've seen in a long time.
Way better than Josh Hart's. Way
Yeah.
better.
He had a ponytail, so
Through the cap.
What don't you like about ponytails, Lito?
ain't nothing about him, Chris.
Let me ask you something.
Mr. Perfect probably was the last
Fucking
person I
Sean.
respected with a ponytail.
You respected somebody that wore a singlet?
I respected Mr. Perfect. Mr. Perfect was tough.
Because he threw a towel over his shoulder?
Absolutely. Yeah. They had everything to do with the towel.
Shout out to Kurt Hennig, man. He's still alive.
I think so. Who I asked you about?
Well, look. There was a time I thought Tom Joyner was dead.
You did. Yo, Justin, Chris killed Tom Jones.
I just can't get over. I can't get over it. Is he still alive? Like you said that. Like,
Well, it's true. God, you
is he
get a
still
certain
alive?
age. Like, all right, Justin.
No, I
Answer
know
right
you're
now.
saying.
No. Let me ask you a
This should be
question.
good.
Do you know, like right now, if I ask you,
I can't wait for this.
bet money, do you know if Steven Seagal is alive right now? Do you know?
I have no fucking clue.
You have no fucking idea, so you gotta ask. You gotta ask.
Is he alive?
Oh,
That's a
shit,
good
man.
point, bro.
But he's hard to kill.
Chris. Damn. Shout out to Charles, man.
For real,
Damn.
man.
He been going for 20 years, Chris.
See, I ain't know that.
Damn.
Rest in peace to Kurt, man.
Y'all want to do fan questions? Y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about?
I want to talk about more people that we need to check in on if they're alive or not. Because it's obvious that we don't know. Kurt
That's
Hennig been gone 20 years. I had no idea.
That's facts. That just
No
made me
fucking
sad.
idea.
What the fuck I've been doing for 20 years that I ain't know Mr. Perfect had died?
Let's see.
Don't fucking know. John Claude Van Damme still alive? I don't know.
Unfortunately, he is. Yeah.
Steven Seagal is 72. He looks insane.
Did he make? Hey,
He looks
Lito,
insane.
Lito, remind me to send you his reggae album.
Pardon me?
I know you love reggae.
Who we talking about? Oh,
Steven Seagal.
man.
Yeah,
Dang,
Rick Flair's over there.
what's up, Chaz?
What's good, Chaz? Is Steven Seagal still alive?
Yeah, Sylvester. Of course, Rocky's still going. What?
That's crazy.
Ric
Yeah.
Flair. Fuck.
Ric Flair can't
Flair
die.
can't never go die, dog. Ric Flair never go die.
No, Ric Flair gonna die in the ring, bro. He's gonna die in the ring.
That's so
Oh my
good.
god.
Man,
All right,
rest in
let's
peace, Sid Vicious, man.
Let's get to some questions. Chris, is the BI issue holding up Trey's contract extension?
I do not believe so.
No, yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't believe. I thought like it made the most sense. It might be. I guess you could say in one way or another, it's holding up some things around it. It's surely holding him up in the starting lineup, but I don't believe it's holding up an extension. I think those two things are exclusive right now, or
Chris,
mutually exclusive.
or I want to hear both of y'all's answers. Do y'all think Trey Murphy's happy right now?
Yes.
Lito?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see a reason why Trey would be upset.
Like, do you think that the Brandon situation affects him a little bit or no? Starting, I guess the money doesn't matter, but
I was about to say, am I
possibly
getting
starting.
paid? I'm getting paid regardless.
I mean, he's gonna get paid, right? That'd be crazy not to pay him. I mean, it'd be insane. He's gonna get paid.
He came from Rice University, dog. Trey is to be knowing that he's worth over $200 million. I think Trey all right. I think Trey didn't shook enough hands around the NBA and had been around enough people to know his worth now.
Yeah.
To where like he ain't tripping. I'm sure he wants to be in New Orleans, and I mean he'll be happy to be here and so on and so forth. But I don't think he's tripping at all about like I think even Kristen Clark put out an article about the money ain't the issue right now for him. Like he's not concerned about how like he knows he's gonna get paid. He looking for some I think y'all was right. I think he's looking for to see what the organization is gonna do in regards to starting. He just ain't gonna accept anything either. So
I think the BI organization is holding it up. I think the BI situation, is holding up Trey.
Go ahead.
Like, because I'm saying, like Chris just said, he's not going to accept any deal. Well, would he accept any role?
I feel like he would. I feel like he would accept. He would accept a bench role. I don't think he would be happy about it, and I think you would have to figure out something. I mean, I don't know if you can survive another year like this, even if you can survive this year. I don't think you can survive another year like this, But I do think we get into that point to where it's like, all right, now, like it's time for me to start. I don't give a fuck how much money you throw at me, and I didn't know. My thought process was there was no way he was going to turn down. I think after the injury last year too, there's no way he was going to turn down type of money that was going to be sent his way. The Pelicans were going to offer, but I don't think that's the case anymore. I think he's looking for something larger than that. That's crazy. Excuse me. That's crazy.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah. I apologize.
What was that laugh? What was that laugh? Lito, does Trey deserve a max?
They could have worded that a lot.
A max.
A lot better. They could have. Trey deserves to get paid, Desmond. He deserves to get paid.
Okay. This is kind of interesting one. I mean, Chris, do you guys want to keep Alvarado? I don't. Jeez. Like just tweaking, just like I don't. I mean, Jose's fine, man. Go ahead, Chris.
I'm indifferent. I think he has value on your team. I think but with so similar to a lot of other guys that we've seen role players on this team, they've been over used, ran into the ground.
I'm sorry, Chris. I gotta stop the podcast. We're all about accountability. I mean, you just can't be saying that.
I want to thank the Lord. I want to thank Coach Harbaugh. Fucking love you, man. Love the shit out of you, man.
Accountability.
I appreciate that.
Go ahead. That's egregious.
That was.
Look, dog. This like me. This like a basketball player getting to the game late. You know what I'm saying? And suiting up for the second half of the of the game. Whatever. I ain't had no warm up or nothing, bro. Like, what you want me to do?
One of the best podcasts in the world. You don't have to warm up, Chris.
I was just in traffic, like, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm doing all right for somebody that showed up to the game in the third quarter. I apologize, y'all, chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna watch the film.
So you think that was doing all right, is what you're saying? You said asking for something larger is
what
is being all right?
Listen, what Brian Kelly said? I gotta do better.
No shit.
I gotta do better. I gotta be better as a coach.
It's 156
man.
people in here, man.
Damn.
I appreciate y'all. Smash like button. That was a good question, Maj. Lito, go first. How would Trey Fair get in the BI treatment being guarded by top defenders night in and night out?
Is he a Pelican? Or like
Trey Murphy? Yeah.
Talking about hypothetically, is he on his own team? Is he like with Zion, Dejounte?
No, he's on the Pelicans. Trey Murphy is.
The top players are not going to guard him.
Well, he's saying if Brandon's not there,
The top players not go guard him. If Brandon's not there, they still not go guard him.
They'll go with Zion, Dejounte,
CJ. Like you can't put one of your best defenders 30 feet out where Trey is space. It would be a waste of whoever that defender's abilities are. It would be a waste. It wouldn't make any sense.
Okay. By the way, we're on LSU network, or we're looking for somebody. So if you know anybody that's covering LSU, wants to cover LSU, let us know.
Yeah. Y'all better hurry up for me and Chris.
Right.
Y'all better hurry up.
Cut the check. Cut the shit.
Y'all fuck around, get some LSU coverage.
Good Tigers.
Oh wow, can you do that again for us?
No. That's
pretty crazy.
I don't like the way you said that. Yeah, I don't like the way you're high. I could tell.
Oh, yeah.
Couple edibles.
A little bit. What can you do? Charles Pierre, do y'all think BI had a talk with Trajan about a max contract before he went to Detroit? And now Griff is telling BI no to the max. I don't ever think Brandon was going to go to Detroit. I don't even ever think that was an option.
I mean,
because Trajan knew.
I'm sure he had a talk with him, but you ever been? I mean, I don't know what kind of jobs y'all got, but like y'all got, you know what I'm saying? People in the chat, you got like overhead, right? Like you might have a GM, you might have a, you know what I'm saying? You might have an owner. It's like I can't make the call. Trajan, when Trajan was in New Orleans, he about to say, all right, that sounds good. Let me go run the Griff. I gotta go talk to my boss real quick, but I'm gonna come back to you. I hear everything you said. I feel you. I'm with it, but let me go talk to bro real quick. And then the next time they talk, Trajan was in Detroit, bro. What you want me to do?
Lito, there was a question on the show on Sunday, Chris, or yesterday. Who is your top three? Was it your core three, Chris? Was that the question? Who's your core three, Lito?
I think Charles Pierre asked that question.
Charles did?
Yeah.
Who's your core three? Because then this is going to lead to the next question.
My core three. Zion. How long did Dejounte have the contract?
Ooh, a couple of years. Let me see. Dejounte's got, wow, 1, 2, 3. He's got 3 years, then a player option in his 4th year. He's on a contract for the next 3.
So Dejounte, Zion, and Kenneth.
Valanciunas. Hey, say Lito, Charles Pierre, the one that don't like you?
Yeah, Charles don't like me, man. It's crazy. What I did?
I think y'all, because y'all both got 2 first names. I think that's where the disconnect is.
How we got 2 first names? He got 2 first names.
Okay.
And his last name French. Oui, Charles.
Is that okay?
Jesus Christ.
I agree with him though. I agree with.
Okay, so you agree with that, Chris?
Yeah. That's the.
So then back to this question. Okay, your core is whatever. Trey, Dejounte, Zion. Would you bench Brandon Ingram?
No. No.
You can, Justin. You can't.
I mean, guys, I know you got to start Brandon. I'm just saying. You just said your core three was Trey, Dejounte, and Zion.
I mean, unless you are 100% comfortable with him leaving for nothing, and you just cool with that. That's the only way. And you say, look, man, this is what we're moving forward going. You know, we'll do our best to get you to any team that, you know, arrives with an offer at the deadline. But this is the role that we need you to play. And we're going to let you walk for nothing. It would continue to me to be added malpractice of a situation that they have completely fucked up from top to bottom. I don't think there's any way that they can do it. It's no way. But unless they just like, all right, you know, whatever. But I don't know, like, it's not gonna happen. There's no way it's gonna happen. And no matter how I feel, bro, like with all the bad things about BI, bro, like the negatives. He's not a bench player, bro. He's not a bench player.
Chris, Lito.
Yeah.
Lito, you literally told me he has to have a good year.
Has to.
So you're telling me so he'll dead ass not play. No, he's gonna play. He has to play. He doesn't have an option. So
you don't have an option either, though. That's the thing.
Why? Brandon, come off the bench. What do you mean? Of course I have an option. No, I'm
Brandon
serious.
ain't a bench player, man. I mean,
He's not. Absolutely not.
Because that's the thing.
He just don't fit this team. But he ain't at that point to where he's supposed to come off the bench.
But once again,
you
two just said your core is Trey, Dejounte, Zion. You want those three on the court as much as possible. Well, if Trey is not starting, he's not on the court as much as possible with Zion and Dejounte.
Hey, Justin, let me ask you a question.
All right.
Let me ask you a question, Justin, because I saw you look the little.
You're totally right, Flight. Like Brandon's a better player than Trey, but I'm just saying your core player. Like we keep talking about like Trey Murphy getting all this max money and this and that. Like I need to see him play as a starting like 3 or 4. I need to see it. I've yet to see it. Go ahead, Leo.
You had to keep saying that.
I gotta see it. That's not.
You just
fucking go.
So my question is this: you looked a little shocked when I said Dejounte over Herb. So let me ask you this: who's the more valuable player, in your opinion, Dejounte or Herb?
Dejounte. I love Herb Jones. Love him.
Oh, we all do.
One of my favorite players. Dejounte's a more. Yeah, I mean. Go.
Yo, you know the wild part.
Chris, I wasn't supposed to be on this fucking show. All right, this ain't like I should be able to have a free pause show because I wasn't even supposed to be on the show, but I'm here.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Now
dedicated to the craft.
Look at you.
Okay, I'm dedicated. I'm here.
You
bro.
one of the best in the world, bro. Like
I show up. I show up.
Justin, one of the best podcasts in the world, but like Justin be so shocked that like the shit that he said was egregious. He'd be like, "What do you mean? What I say?
What I say? I said something."
Tough job, man. I mean, I'm just saying though, Lito. Isn't the
Ryan
whole
back,
goal,
Justin. I'm sorry.
He is. Isn't that the whole goal though? Let's play Trey Murphy with Zion Dejounte.
Yeah,
Can't
but
you still do it?
Yeah, right.
Why? Because
what you mean?
Last time I checked, Trey Murphy comes in for Zion Williamson in the first 5 minutes of the game. That's last time I checked that.
That's the thing. That's one of the things. I was about to say that's really all we was asking for real. Like playing the same amount of minutes or making the minutes match. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to. You don't have to, I guess, necessarily start Trey this year, but like when he's on the floor, when Zion's on the floor, like make Trey's minutes align with Zion's minutes.
Okay, if that's a game plan, sure, fine. They didn't do it last year, and when they did do it, it was pretty productive. What? When they did do it, it was pretty productive. when they played together, it was pretty productive.
Oh my god.
Let's hear from Company Burgers, the official burger of Propels Talk and Boot Crew Media. Located at 4600 Ferret Street, Company Burger has been locally owned and operated for 11 years. Grind the meat, bake the buns, make the mayo, get the homemade tots. Company Burger uses Creekstone Farms prime beef to create the best burger in the city with milkshakes to go and a full bar. Company Burger is open every day besides Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Can't make it out? No worries, we have you covered. You can order online right now at thecompanyburger.com or check them out on the Toast or Uber Eats app. Company Burger, the official burger of Boot Crew Media.
No mind, I'm not.
And then you pick that commercial.
Yeah.
After, you know.
Dag nabbit.
Look, Justin, I'm not saying I have any faith that this organization has true direction.
Yeah.
And sees this thing the same way that we do. So, I mean, we're only speaking off the logic that we think is present as observers and as people that are, intelligent basketball watchers and have heard a few things here and there over the past few years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that that's the way that it's going to fucking go. But, I mean,
Sure,
it makes I could see a way where you can still plan for your future even with one of your core three guys coming off the bench another year because you got Brandon Ingram in the way or not having a center or, whoever else or CJ, whoever you think is in the way. Because it's multiple issues on this fucking team outside of just Brandon and his organization that they still got to figure out and are unanswered.
You're not wrong.
I'm sorry.
Not sure. Justin, what should the team do if BI makes 38% for 3 on 7 attempts a game? Oh man.
Trade him.
Right at the deadline. Because here's my thing, Chris. If he does do that for 1 year, you're gonna pay him $50 million? That's actually an interesting question. What if he does do that, Chris? Would you pay him $50 million?
No, because
why?
You've seen enough. You know that Zion. Look, I still think Brandon's a good player, but it's all about I'm assuming 3 for 7, 38%. He's the second best player on the team right at that point with some of the other things he can do. But you're still talking about a player that does not fit and mesh well on the floor with your first player, which obviously seems like it shouldn't be that difficult to fucking do with all the different people and players that we've seen Zion have success with on the floor in his time in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I mean, I don't think that there's any scenario at this point because of just how the relationship seems to be and what we've seen from Brandon. Because are we saying 7 attempts for the season? Because nobody in here believes that that's going to happen. You're not jumping. Brandon's not jumping from 4 attempts last year after 2 the year before and 2 before that to 7 attempts. He's just not. Nothing about.
Yeah, I mean, look, he dropped from 6.1 to 4.1 in 1 year.
Yeah, I mean, he's not.
But that's 7 is be a
massive
jump. Yeah, it'd be a massive.
He's not
jump.
You can't afford to do that, bro. When you still don't have a center. You're about to pay Trey Murphy. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't afford to pay a guy $50 million that you are still unsure about. Even if he did this, Chris, even if he had this year, you would still have questions or more questions than answers going forward. You can't do that, bro. Now you the Pelicans, you can't afford to take that L.
Lito, any comments you want to bring up? Any questions you started?
Nah.
Are you podding now? Because you ain't podding anymore.
All right, my bad. All right, let's pod. My pod. Let's pod. I think this is important. Shout out to Dio. I think this is important. When we talk about players, the name on the front of the jersey and not the name on the back of the jersey, like this this in these situations with this type of market that you're in, you have to understand that like this is how this shit works. You have to continuously swap players to get the best version of your player. You have to continuously turn the roster over. Your 12th man
So
on
really
the
good point.
team, the 12th man on your team cannot, you can't retread that, right? Like you gotta turn that into a better player from, I want to say maybe 10 to 12 if you can, or shit. Let's even say 8 to 12. Like you gotta turn that into better players. You can't just return the teams, like you can't run it back. That does not.
People are saying that like Josh Hart, like when he was traded before all the bullshit and all the comments, Josh Hart was untradeable. Like, people were saying this.
I
Like,
remember.
oh, we can't trade
I
Josh Hart.
remember.
Oh, we can't trade to kill Alexander Walker. I don't. What are we gonna do? It's like
They was mad that Josh Hart got traded for CJ McCollum. They were upset at that.
Man, look, good/talented players, one-time All-Stars get traded all the time for better fits, bro. It happens all the time. They get traded for better fits all the time, or perceived better fits. Who knows how it's gonna work the rest of the Brandon's career the best? But they gotta, like, at some point, Griff said it right. They saw everything that they needed to see. Finally. And they did nothing but they did nothing.
Yo, Lito, you know what you need to do? Tomorrow, you break down David Griffin's presser again. The last, or the presser
on
the exit interview. You need to go back and do that. Because what does he say, Chris? He's like, we've seen it. We have all the data. It needs to change. What has changed? People say Dejounte Murray. Okay. You still did not. You still don't have a starting. You don't have a
direction. You don't have a direction, Justin. Like the franchise does not have a clear path. Like that's you could pull the franchise in a bunch of different directions. If I ask you how the season was gonna go, you can give me a bunch of different. Like they gotta dumb this shit down.
Chris, it's too late. It's
I
too
know.
late.
But at some point they got to.
Now it's got to figure it out.
Yeah. Hey, but I already said I still think they're gonna be a good regular season team. But that's in spite of a lot of shit. That's in spite of a lot of shit.
This is very sad.
1 3/4. So they've only played 148 games. Is that correct on that math?
This is
on both parties. It's unfortunate.
148.
It's unfortunate, but I mean, we know in business at some point, though, like now it's
how
time
do you see the stats and you don't
get business move?
Okay, so one, like they're 10 games over 500 when they play together. 2, they don't play together. So like they're not that great when they play together. And
they don't play together.
They don't play together. So what the fuck is going on? How do you look at that and you're like, yeah, year 6, let's do it.
Hey, Justin, let me ask you this. Shout out to Charles, bro. We appreciate the assist on Charles. So Griff, he goes into the press conference and he says that, right? Like, we seen what we needed to see. And then like you don't trade Brandon.
It leads back to that question I asked you earlier. It's like, what if the offers were so bad? But look, what if he would have like traded Brandon for nothing, right? Gotten picks, whatever, and then they would have made that trade for Dejounte, and then a couple other moves for center. Would you have been happy? For like, just say
for a
Walker
legit
Kessler.
starting center.
Just say Walker Kessler.
I'd have been okay.
Chris, would you have been happy?
Happy?
Yeah, you had nothing for Brandon. You still made the Dejounte trade. Then whatever other picks you had left over with either Hawkins, Jose, or whoever, you trade for Walker Kessler.
I mean, I don't know about happy.
Would you be more optimistic than you are today with this team?
Team, no. Franchise, yes.
Fair.
The basketball team, no. But if we're talking about the organization, yes. Because I don't feel like they're moving like a team that has no idea what to do. When it feels like the answer should be like right there at this point. It should be clear whether people agree if it's the right move or not. Like what Chuck said they don't fit together because they don't play together. But I don't think they fit well on the floor, even if they did play enough games together.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's what 79-69. Like this isn't this like incredible stat.
Like they don't maximize the best, I guess, abilities of each other when they're on the floor together. You're not gonna see like how many times has now this something I want to know in the amount of games that they play, right? Both in my one's generational talent and one I think is a really good to sometimes incredible talent. And BI, how many times have they scored 30 points in the same game together?
Let's see.
Do you know the answer to this, Chris?
No, off the top of my head, I do not. But I'm curious. How many times have they scored 30 out of these games? You said 140 something. How many times have they scored 30 points together in the same game?
I'm gonna take a guess and say twice.
No, I think it's more than 2 times. They might have they might have had 2 games this year alone.
I don't know if this is right, but Stat Music saying Brandon Ingram has played in 23 games with Zion Williamson with 30 points. Well, that doesn't say they both scored 30 though.
Yeah, I'm looking the same. Yeah, that's a tough stat to look up.
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious how many. I would bet it hasn't been many. If they're gonna be,
Zion don't really have many 30-point games. He only had 140. He only had 140-point game all year last year. Well, like not actually, he didn't because the play-in's technically not a regular season game and it's not a postseason game.
Okay, so trim the number down to 27 points per game. I mean, wherever you want to go. Just how many games have we seen to where we were like Zion and Brandon took over this game together? Zion and Brandon said no. It's either A, Brandon said no, or Zion said no. But how often have we seen them together dominate?
Chris,
Zion has 46. He has 46 30-plus games.
Shit, he probably feel like he's only played 87. So I mean,
I know. Chris, that leads back to the point, man. It's like you don't even need to look at stats. You don't. You just need to watch them play together, and it just don't look good. Bro, you're starting 5, and everyone like blamed Jonas Valanciunas, and he was the problem. This and that was a net negative the whole year. See, the big 3 were they a net negative? Chris, is that right?
I believe so.
So how do you look at that and be like, yeah, we want Brandon back, or we want this back, or we want Zion back, or we want CJ? Like, it's the same thing again. That's why I guess I'm a little frustrated at.
Brandon has 60 30-plus games.
30-point-plus game.
Yeah.
It's just it's this conversation is always funny, man. Because I feel like people, if you on the side of getting of it's time to move away from Brandon, it's like people feel like you saying that Zion's done everything right, and like Zion's not innocent in this, and they like Brandon's done everything wrong. But bro, at the end of the day, when it's time for a relationship to end, it's time for a relationship to end. You know what I'm saying? It just, it is what it is. And somebody gets to be the good guy, and somebody, and someone's the person that's looked at as problem of sorts. But if Brandon's value alone right now, like around the league and some of the things that maybe have been put out publicly and some of the things that privately, tells you a lot about what last year or maybe a little bit more has done to his value. He has to. I hope that he can rebuild it, but you gotta ask how. And as a duo with Zion, like we can't bring up goddamn Stan Van Gundy. That was a year Brandon shot 6 threes. per
It
game,
was.
right?
Yeah, it was. Under
And then
hit.
he,
And then he
and
went
then
down to 4.1.
yeah, and then he went to like 3 or 2. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So Chris, he went from 6.1 to 4.1 to I think like 3.9 and 3.6 or something crazy.
Hey yo,
I don't
hey,
know, man.
shout out to Cade. This is a hell of a point, man.
Hold on. I know this isn't super accurate, but quietly got you. I mean, would you take John Collins on this team?
I don't think you can have a preference if you're just trying to move a player. I think that's the point of that Kawhi, like the Kawhi thing was like they were trying to get rid of him. They didn't want to send Kawhi where he wanted to go. But we gonna find some value in this deal. I think my question was, why didn't the Pelicans expand that trade to however many teams to include Brandon in it?
I just
they
don't think
tried.
I'm sure they did. Yeah, they must have
They
tried.
They tried. This was an arranged marriage that never became a real duo. Yosef, man, that's one of the truer things ever, dog. Brandon wasn't even supposed to be the star. He was the question. He was probably the biggest question mark
because he's coming off the blood clot injury. It was a scary moment. Like you trade for him, obviously you know about the talent that he is, and he had a great year, and you got really excited about it. Then he caught some momentum there, and he got the Phoenix series and all that other stuff. And then, Lito and I talked about it. I really feel like this when Stan Van Gundy got hired and then eventually fired. I felt like that was a little bit of a turn right there. When was his All-Star year? Was it Gentry?
Year one.
Gentry, right? Fired or Griff comes in, fires Gentry, hires Stan. I think Brandon Wood, like notoriously, like it's like talks about like he quit like 3 weeks in on defense. He's like, fuck this, like I'm not playing this way. Then you had the whole Eric Bledsoe thing, and that was just a nightmare, and it was just a mess. And then you bring in Willie Green, and his 3-point attempts drastically go down to 4.1. But you see, he's playing. That's when Zion's hurt. And I don't know. I just it's hard to pinpoint when it changed. But around that Stan Van Gundy, Willie Green transition is when it changed for me. Or when
Brandon got a little bit more control in the building.
He did.
He got a little bit more control. The work ethic started to show. Everybody, I don't give a fuck what the situation is. Everybody can respect the hard worker. Everybody can see the talent. He had back-to-back years of being healthy. All-star game, scores 24 points per game back-to-back years. Pelicans really as an organization hadn't found their self-esteem. If they have it now, like, sure, Brandon, like, yeah, we believe in you, man, going forward. We'll make this happen for you. And the more control ain't good for everybody, dog. Power is not good for everybody. Everybody doesn't know how to properly, use power when it's given to them. It's just some people need to be directed, and some can fucking lead on their own. And maybe that was one of the things that ended up helping, had this thing go wrong. But Griff ain't innocent in this shit. Gail ain't innocent in this. Willie's not innocent. Zion ain't innocent. It's all fucked up, and they still gonna win 50+ games this year.
Hey, Justin, I got a question.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cole. That's a good question.
How can Zion have 3-point games at least? What do you average? 16? I think we talked about this a couple. Yeah,
I don't think it was it 16. I thought it was like maybe it was. Could have been.
I was like, I can't believe it's shocking going to look at his box score. Let's see. He averaged. Oh, I was wrong. He averaged 15.6 field goal attempts.
Yeah.
And shot 57% from the field. Imagine that. Bro, Zion's only getting 15.6 field goal attempts a night.
Isn't it his lowest field goal percentage?
No, it's his second. Oh, field goal percentage? Yeah, it was. Still 57% is pretty. Most games he's played.
Yeah.
So yeah, Giannis. Let's see. Giannis averages 3 more shots a night. Damn, Giannis only had 18. Thought he had more. God, he averaged 30.
Yo,
That's
Ronald, you
crazy.
sick. You sick, Ronald.
It's not it's not good for everybody, man. And look, bro, like I hope Brandon figures the shit out, man. Brandon, when Brandon got traded to New Orleans, he was the player I was actually most interested to watch. He was
Me
the
too.
player because of the lack of small forwards and wings that the Hornets / the Pelicans has had over 20 plus years. So, Brandon was the one that was like, he can be the guy.
Yep.
But it just like things change, opinions change. When someone doesn't mature in the way that you maybe thought that they would on the floor and things, or like eventually, bro, you gotta keep it real. Like, I hope Brandon goes wherever he's supposed to go, Miami, Utah, wherever, and rebuilds his value, makes more all-star teams. But can you really tell me that his game, where he bro, Larry Nance and CJ McCollum came on the Spaces 2 years ago, or a year and a half, and when folks asked about fit, they said it. They said it. I think the struggle right now is that we got 3 guys, mainly 2 guys, that all want to operate around the same space, and it's hard to make that work in today's game consistently. They said that. Larry said that, and CJ also said that. So what you see last year from CJ takes less
Totally
mid-range.
different. Yep.
Last
Totally
clip.
different.
Totally
Because he
change his
said,
game.
I gotta change and sacrifice maybe some of the things I want to do, because we all can't live in the mid-range if we want to be dynamic. So I don't know, like, what else y'all want? If the player said that, what else they saying?
I can't believe we're going into the season with no contract extension and no trade.
And no center.
And no center. I literally said, like, that is worst case scenario. I forget who I was talking to, but I was like, worst case scenario is you get no contract extension, you get no trade done, and Brandon Ingram comes into the season on a contract year disgruntled. But JB and Tatum were third all time together. 16.
But again, like, that's we talking 2021. We wouldn't, in 2021 we were having different conversations, Chuck. I'm with you. But 3 years ago, Matt, like, how about this? Lito, didn't we do that show a couple weeks ago about Brandon?
Yeah, we did.
Brandon ain't the same player physically. He ain't the same player on film.
Crazy. Go watch
today that he was in 2021. Go pull up some 2021 film and mirror that versus the guy that played last season. Even a year, he's not the same guy physically right now. Weight, injury, whatever it is, not the same guy right now. So that
was so disappointing.
You know what I'm saying? That's a point.
Bro, it was so different. He played so different, man. We were talking about, like, he was pulling up from 3, coming off screens, pulling 3, like attacking the rim with force. Fuck.
That's why I just don't buy the point guard talk. For a reason why you don't shoot a shot. Like, I just can't buy that.
I would shoot this open 3 right now, but I need a point guard.
I got to do this, John. Like, I was fortunate enough to go to practice almost every day last year. He works his ass off. Like, Brandon's like usually one of the last guys in the gym. Like, there's no doubt about it. That man works his ass off. Like, not definitely questioning that. That was a good podcast. Y'all broke down his film, right?
I can't. Yeah. Let me see if I can find it.
Like molasses. You got anything else, Chris? Shit, we're going for an hour and a half.
No, you know what? I want to end this show with Lito finding that show, and we're gonna watch the end of that. We're gonna watch the end of that podcast and remind ourselves and everyone the difference in how Brandon is moving today.
Are you gonna bring that podcast up on the screen?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, I'm down.
Absolutely.
How long do you think it'll take you, Lito?
Excuse me. Pardon me, my brother.
Justin, we're gonna be out. We're gonna be out of here in 6 minutes, dog.
Thank you. I
Let me
wasn't
see.
supposed to be on the show. Okay. I had to come in.
Professional, dog. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, always got you, man.
All right,
Always.
man. You said you want the end of the podcast?
Yeah. This pretty much the end. You can just pull up the film.
No. Oh,
Yeah.
you just okay. I thought you wanted. All right, I got you. Hold up.
Every day he worked on his threes, which was even crazier that he worked on this thing every single day with Fred Vincent and then never did in the game.
Almost as crazy as shooting jumpers at practice meeting Zion and not doing it in the game.
He did do it. Yeah. Turn the volume. Yeah. I guess we don't.
We ain't gotta watch
mute it.
this complete joint, but
You can mute it, Lito. Yeah.
yeah, you can mute it.
Is this the Christmas Day game? We got our ass kicked.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, NBA Christmas Day. Wow. I hate those uniforms.
Eric Bledsoe. You know who somehow still moved the same? Him. Miles Leonard.
Jeez.
Myers Leonard.
Yeah. That's right. For at the beginning, it's like.
Is this your dream for Matt Ryan, Justin?
What?
Duncan Robinson?
He'll never be Duncan Robinson. Are you kidding me? He will never be Duncan Robinson.
That's why I asked if it was your dream.
Yeah. That's not even close. That's not even, can't even be a dream. We get to Brandon stuff here. What we got?
Yeah. Fast forward a little, Lito. We talking
Lito watching. Lito watching Christmas highlights.
Yeah. We talking like second quarter is, huh?
Let me see. Oh, all right.
Yeah. Jeez.
Ain't need a point guard for that, huh?
Look at that.
What about that one? Ain't mad at that.
That's a good midi.
Ain't
That's a
mad
good
at that.
midi. This is a great shot. Was it toe on the line? No, I gave him a 3. Look, calling for the screen. That's a good midi.
Now look, that's the shot right there.
Come on.
That's the shot right there. Poof. Pass. 2021. This is the one right here.
I haven't seen that in years.
That would have been a free throw line jumper in 2024.
That's a nice pass. It's so weird seeing the double. Oh my god!
Come on, man. You can't tell me this. That's come on, man.
My dog split a double team, dog.
Look at this.
Jeez. Easy.
Nah, I just want I want people to keep this guy in mind when we show the dude playing in Tim's is about to pop up.
That boy played a quicksand.
Jeez. So I don't mind that. Like, look at in rhythm that was. Didn't even think about it.
By the way, that was Steven Adams that passing the ball, not a point guard.
Look at that. Lou Dort wouldn't have had no. Lou Dort would have got 40 dropped on his head every night if this was the guy.
Easy.
You can't tell me he's not even completely different. Look.
Yeah. Oof.
You ain't guarding that. God.
No way, no way he takes that shot consistently with confidence in 2024.
Look, simple read.
And Justin, you see a difference in the shot?
Yeah. Look, it's quick. Oof. Don't tell me he pulls it. Unbelievable. And it looks so easy. Bro.
Watch out, Bob.
Yeah, excuse me, Bob Portis. No,
Kyra Lewis. Oh my God.
We were in hell.
Jab.
Ooh!
Excuse me.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Come on, okay, get out of here.
Holy shit. Look at the movement. Look how quick that is.
By the way, that's not a point guard.
Oh.
You just seen the assist from Steven Adams and Nikhil Alexander Walker.
Jeez.
Oh,
That's the long closeout I'm talking about, Lito. See how they had to respect it?
Yep.
oh.
That is again. That's
ran that back. Yeah, we ran that back.
That's it. What the fuck? I mean, for real, look at this man. He's unbelievable. Look, I'll live with that. If he's shooting threes and splitting, doing this shit.
Damn.
Look at this man.
This made me want to.
Serious?
This is the reason I bought this man jersey.
Literally, it's hanging in the back.
Give me that. Who is this masked man?
That's on. Yep.
2021, Chuck.
Look,
2021, Chuck.
That hanging cross is nasty,
bro.
Ooh.
Bro. This is that crazy comeback. That was that crazy comeback against the Celtics on ABC, I think. Yeah. Yep.
Man, perimeter playing shooting threes.
Oh,
who would have thought? Didn't love the shot, but
just
if he's doing this shit,
like the bounce off the dribble alone is different, bro. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he dribbling like he got 4 pair of shoes on.
There's a long closeout Euro step.
I'm gonna keep telling y'all the story. When my man could not take Austin Reeves off the dribble, I just knew I was like, this shit is over.
Separation.
Excuse me, Joe Ingles.
But Lito, didn't you say something like he looks skinny in this?
Oh, absolutely.
Like maybe gaining weight was not a good thing.
I mean, I understand like trying to play.
You want to get stronger, right? Like, yeah, but he lost his look at this, just quick actions, man.
This Brandon Ingram, if they would have played 1-on-1 versus the one we have now.
Oh Jesus, it wouldn't even be close.
He's smoking. He was like so much more like creative and crafty with his dribble.
Look, don't even think about it.
I think that's the end of the show.
Nah, yeah, go. Now here we go.
This the new this.
Look
this
at this
current,
guy.
This present day, that boy moving in 2K.
Look at him go through the motions. No, my dog fat, man. Oh man.
Look at this guy.
Oh my God. He making old man.
This is his 40. This is his 40-point performance.
I think so.
I'm sorry. This is depressing to watch. Like you would think he's 10 years older here.
Oh my God. This is crazy. I forgot we did this show.
It's a good show.
Man.
Back to the future, man. Back to the future.
Look how slow this is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, he makes it great. Like, man.
Like it's like he's going through walkthroughs.
Look, like he's just
like you could tell that the work ethic is there. You can't, like, this is all practice. This is all work, all fundamentals, all time put in. Just
This is slow as hell. It's grass. It's watching grass grow.
yeah.
it's really slow, man. Like this should be a dunk. It's a fadeaway 15-footer. Like in the 2021 clips, he was taking bigs off the dribble and just
There you go.
Yo,
My
that
dog
boy,
took he took Jacopo off the dribble to shoot a contested midi at the line.
it doesn't make sense.
I got him. Let me show him. I'm about to show him.
Yeah, Chaz, you was right, man.
I know, dog.
You was right, brother.
Man, I used to be fighting with Chaz, man.
The contested middies that see, but now
There's a difference.
now I see it differently though,
Me
because
too.
it's not even just it's not even the contested middies are just a choice anymore as much. It's like a necessity because he can't go anywhere. He ain't getting past nobody.
Right.
He out there moving like me.
Some of them are bad choices,
Because they don't have an option, man.
but god damn, dog.
What the fuck was Trey doing there? What did Trey Murphy just do there on defense?
Oh, man.
Somebody said old man in the driveway game.
That's crazy.
Old man in the driveway. Shout out to Miraboo and Press, man. Look at this shit here. Look at this shit here. Oh my god.
Wait. Yeah. Because we replayed this. I remember.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. Like,
Dribbling that bitch like he was dribbling that bitch like Curly Neal.
dog. Like, is he tired? Is my dog winded?
Oh, man, bro.
This is god. Oh,
There it is.
that looked painful, bro.
Yeah.
It is
He looked
a
like he ain't
slow
stretched before he
release.
Oh my god.
Man.
Yeah, too much weight, man.
He's really just not quick anymore.
And the shot different, dog. It's different. It's a different shot. Profile of it is different.
Too much. I think too much upper body strength. Cause that's all the difference in shoulders right there.
But I'd be okay with him taking that shit. Like,
I heard.
Fuck. That was depressing to watch.
Yeah. Pretty bad, man. So
Smash the like button.
yeah, yo.
Appreciate y'all. Damn, we did hour 45.
Scott
144
Vicknair?
people in here. Oh yeah, play the commercial, Justin.
Oh, I gotta put shout out to Scott Vicknair.
Hey, I know you. You helped my cousin after her car accident. Ever since you won her case, she's been doing great.
Oh yeah, Melissa. She told me she had a cousin who works here.
What can I get for you?
How about a large hot coffee, please?
One hot coffee for Mr. Scott Vicknair.
It's David.
Excuse me?
I'm David Vicknair, and this is my law partner, Brad Scott.
Hey.
Wait, so then which one of you is Scott Vicknair?
Scott Vicknair, injury attorneys, we fight for the win.
She might need a lawyer, yo. She don't understand nothing.
Smash the like button. We'll see y'all later.
Yeah.